personal story time.
Wow, we're just hitting on all my stuff tonight.
Yep.
What, Kurt? What?
Shut up, Mike.
So I just labeled this people in trash. I didn't know how to set it up right, but I'm irritated with the world, and specifically TikTok Shop got me on this one. Now I understand. I'm a Temu, whatever. I like Temu, but I get what I'm getting into. But TikTok kept coming around. Here's what got me. Here's what pisses me off. I got one of those little circular Gobi smart projectors, and it was on sale for $60 and $7.90. So I understand I'm throwing away money to play with a toy. And what pisses me off is so many people pushing this thing, set up what looks like real stuff. Oh, look, my lights are on. It's doing this, it's doing this, it's doing this, it's doing this. And I'm like, for $60, I'll get it off my mind and I'll buy it and I'll try it, expecting really not much out of it. For a flip side story, before I get deep into that, I actually bought for $10 a double lavalier set that has a C adapter that plugs right into your phone, wireless loss, for $10. I just hope they work. That's all I hope for $10. Shipped and all, $10. Let's see. They feel very cheap and they're gained out. But if I take it outside, I've done some fun little play videos with them where Zoe had it clipped to her shirt and I had one clipped like down to my shirt tail away from my voice. Picks up great. Surprise, surprise. $10 came out awesome there. I mean, it's not professional. So I couldn't take them to Dragon Con and say, you got to get these, but otherwise fun. So going back to this projector, everybody, oh, look, my lights are on. This is happening. That's happening. Oh, this, that. I get it. It's okay. But the smart thing, which is one of the only reasons I wanted to get it, because I already have like an $80 cheap projector from Amazon that I use outside, and I have to spend about 10 minutes getting it just right on the screen so it doesn't make my brain feel like it's crooked. But it's fine. This one's supposed to do the auto keystone. It's 50-50 on auto keystone. It's not the best. It does okay. Basically, the best you're going to get out of it is either one big blank wall or the ceiling. And it's for cheap people who don't know better to have a big screen. It's okay. However, 3 days after I got it and I'm watching Netflix to play with it, before Netflix starts, it goes, on July 15th, this device will no longer be supported by Netflix, which is the biggest seller. Reason you buy this thing is a big Netflix thing. You can't even take it off the menu. And so ultimately a week after I bought it, Netflix said, nope, we're not supporting it anymore. It doesn't, even though it connects, it doesn't really support iPhone connection at all, even though it's supposed to. Doesn't support Android connection, even though it's supposed to. It does okay on Bluetooth to put out the speakers and whatnot, but it is just trash.
That's a great paperweight you got there.
How much was that brick? How much?
$60.
$60 a brick. Okay.
Yeah. Now I can still log into my Apple and see what that does. My Apple TV, I can still log into a few apps. You can't get every app. Like Peacock is not supported on this device.
And it doesn't have just a generic input that you could use?
It does, but that's not the point of it. Yeah, it does. So my kids are going to play with it. I've already said, hey, we're going to keep it here in the hallway. We all take it in your room, put it on your ceiling, play with it, but put it back so everybody else can have it, play with it. But I was just, even to the point the other night, I was like, hey, because it'll sit on the bed just fine, hit the ceiling, which is the only blank space I have to watch a screen like that is the ceiling. So like, okay, cool, we can watch something, play with it, just whatever, instead of having a TV in our bedroom. Nope, spent 20 minutes trying to get it to do things. It just wouldn't do anything. Don't, Phil. Don't.
What?
Don't.
What?
Don't. I see your face.
I got something.
I see your face.
I do. I got
something. But my biggest complaint is not that I threw away $60 on a knockoff thing that ultimately burned me, which is the first and 3 or 4 times I've tried. I always go into it knowing I might be just lighting this money on fire. What got me was all the different people, real people, they were just jumping on a bandwagon, pushing a piece of trash that they probably wasn't even using. I mean, some of them showed it off, some of it didn't. But I'm like, this is why are you lying? Why are you lying?
Real people. I got a random package a few weeks back from Amazon that I hadn't ordered, but it was addressed to me.
And you
I was
opened it
like,
up
"What?
inside your
No,
house?
I didn't open it. It's actually sitting behind me on the couch.
It's a
behind
glitter,
me.
but you have the
But-
glitter bomb, Joe.
Why have you not opened it? Open it.
Do
Open
it now. Do it now,
Open
Joe.
It's just
Get him out.
it's just a shirt. And so I was like, what? Yes, convert. It is. And so apparently what people will do, and I don't know if this is the case for this specific instance, but they will send out random products just so that they can write good reviews for their product. And so they will just send random stuff to people, and oftentimes it's not even like they claim that they're sending out like X whatever, but it's something completely different, just so they can be a customer that actually purchased this review on Amazon or wherever. And so there's these review scams, review farms.
Well, beyond I did not know that they would do that. I'm down to get some random free crap just to see what's in it and give it a hard time on the show. But they'll also on Amazon put up a product, real people buy it, give real reviews, and if they're positive, I don't know if Amazon saw this, but they could go and switch the product. So you'll actually read reviews like this 30-inch TV was fantastic. And like, I'm looking at a juicer. Why is this rating on a TV review?
Yep.
Why?
So
you're becoming more and more Steven Adams. Put your glasses back on.
Jeez, I'm so excited for the people that send you phishing emails, both of you. Like the penetration rate on both of you sounds so insane. The thing is, Charles, I've also been there on TikTok, and I've been like, oh, that's really cool. I really want that. I really want that. And then I did some research. I spent 10 minutes Googling, right? And here's the thing, Charles. No, I'm not going to bust your buns too much on this because I think it was last year. I've been trying to get Danny to go to sleep without his lights on, right? Cut down a little bit power, get him accustomed to sleeping in the dark. And so I saw on TikTok, it's a spaceman statue, right? And his head is a projector.
Oh yeah,
and it shows galaxies right up on the ceiling. It's a simple color changing projector.
It looks so cool.
And so like I had that point of view where it's just like, oh, this is cool. I've never bought off TikTok. I really don't want to get burned. So what I did was I took the product name of what they were selling on TikTok and I brought it right into Amazon, right?
Okay.
And a list of about 35 things showed up. Same product, but no difference, right? They all use that stock photo of what I put in. And so what I did was I sorted through, bring 4 stars to 5 stars to the top, right? And so I'll bring all the ones up there. And I went through one by one, right? To look at how many reviews are actually on this, how many comments are actually on this, how many actual feasible feedback am I reading to make my decision. And so I spent about 40 minutes on this because it was a Christmas present. I knew he was going to love it. I knew that it would be used properly. So I wanted to spend your $60 because that's what it cost properly. And so that's what I've been doing. When I see something on TikTok that is like, okay, I don't trust TikTok enough to actually give me honest reviews, just like you and Joe were saying. Yeah. But me putting in the due diligence to actually throw it into Amazon, read the reviews, see what everyone's pros and cons are, kind of saved my butt a little bit because we did end up getting that for him for Christmas, and it's wonderful. Works like a charm. Right? I can be, when Danny's not here, eat a portobello, sit downstairs with some ambient music on, and just have that up on the ceiling. I'm great, right? So it's getting multiple uses throughout the house. But I feel like if I just bought that off of TikTok, I wouldn't have gotten the quality, or I couldn't confirm the quality that we have. So
definitely confirmed that I need a bigger boy projector, and the one I've rented from Aperture Rent before does good daylight stuff. It's I gotta go look it up. I forget, but it's a Epson or whatever. $400, which is like, okay, I wouldn't want to throw that on without knowing, but since I got to rent it for like $50 for this con thing I was doing, I'll probably save up and get that. But it confirmed under $100 projector is never going to work for me.
Also, like, I saw this little cube, right? It's about the half size of a GameCube, and they were projecting Netflix with sound right on their wall, right? And
right.
I'm a person who doesn't put TVs in bedrooms. I don't believe in it, but to lay down and maybe watch a King of the Hill or watch something right before we go to bed would be fine. And so, like, I was like, this would work out great. This would work out great. And what I did was I put that information right into Amazon like I did before. Every review on it was just like disappointing, junk, waste of money, So it's had both effects of like saving me from spending the $100 on that little projector, but then also bringing in this this wonderful night light that's worked perfectly for us.
Roll that dice.
So, Kurt, while he's rolling the dice, have you ended up with any kind of crap from anywhere? Have you been kind of
sure. Like the years ago, I bought a that shirt's amazing, man. That I bought a 3D printer kit where you had to put it together, and never quite worked the right way. Yeah. It's Phil, except that's no different from
this is a podcast, Phil.
Mouthing the words while I'm doing the narration.
Some guy once bought me a hurdy-gurdy that I had to put together by myself.
Still haven't finished it.
He, I guess he saw it on TikTok and thought that would be a good problem for his friend to solve.